In this video, we'll look at how to use Kami for teachers within Schoology. We'll also look at the split and merge feature in Kami, how you can use Kami as your PDF reader and share out documents that you've annotated on, and how to use the distance learning resources with Kami. So let's first look at how do you create an assignment as a teacher in Kami. So in your Schoology course, all you have to do is click Add Materials at the very top, and you're going to click Add Assignment. Once you do that, you're going to fill this out as your assignment. So it's the same way you make any Schoology assignment. You'll put a title, and then you'll put your directions right here. You're going to want to make a due date. So let's say you're doing a weekly activity, make that due date for the Friday. You can change your points, and you can choose your grading category. Then a pro tip is it's a good idea to click off this blue icon for the comment bubble and turn that off. All right, you're ready to do the Kami assignment. It's this magic button right here. It's the Kami button here in the assignment. One thing you're going to need to have is the Kami extension in the Chrome web browser. So you're going to be needing to use Chrome, and you'll need that blue circle with the letter K in it in the top right hand corner. If you don't have that, you may install it at this website right here, kami.app/extension. If you go there, then you can install the Kami app in your Chrome web browser, and then when you come here to the assignment, you'll have the Kami button. It will appear. All right, so we're going to click the Kami button to make this a Kami assignment. So then what you're going to do is you can choose, is it on your own Google Drive, or is it on your device? Do you need to upload it? So I'm going to say my document's on my device. So I'm going to select a file to choose it. And it's this one right here. So I click open. And it's going to upload it into this Kami assignment for me. Getting it ready. And there it is. I got the Kami assignment. And then all you have to do is click create. Just to show you the student side of it, so the student would click on the assignment, and they would click on the Kami button right here. They also would need to make sure they have the Kami extension installed in Chrome. It should be on their device, but if not, again, they can install it as well. They just go to kami.app/extension. All right, the student just clicks open with Kami assignment. It's going to open it up in Kami. And it might ask them to sign in. That's just their Google District account, their student ID number at monet.k12.ca.us. It also might pop up to say, hey, we need to allow your Google Drive. And that's okay. They just click on that. And they pretty much have all the different tools that Kami offers a student. So a student can click T for typing, choose their style and size and the color, and they can put in wherever they click, they can type. And they get this dynamic text toolbar, the font size, the style. They can even choose the color. They can do bullet points. They can do even sub and superscript. They can even put a link in, a website link in here, which is pretty cool. So again, anywhere they click to type, they can do so in this document, which is pretty neat. They also have where they can draw. They can click how thick their line is, the color, and here circle the shape that has equal parts. So then they could do that. They can even, with this same paintbrush tool, the draw tool, they can even write with their hand on the touchscreen or just with their mouse. They can draw shapes within here too. So they can put a shape in. They can choose the different styles of shapes. They can do an equation editor. This is where they get different symbols to do different math type problems. and even have music notes. They have a comment button. They can click to anywhere on the document, and it lets them type a comment here off to the right side. The students can also click on the voice comment. Again, they just click anywhere in the document, and it's going to record their voice right away when they click on that. They can press stop. They can also delete that. There is a microphone at the very top in the web address bar that they can change the settings. In that same idea, they can add a video of them talking and you can see them explain their work, so that's their student voice. There's also a markup tool, and they have a highlighter. The highlighter lets them drag over words and it will color them in the color of the highlighter. They also have a box highlighter. With that, they can choose and they draw a box over what they want to shade, and it will shade the whole area. So it's a really nice way if they need to color in a certain place. They have a dictionary. So if they click on their mouse arrow and click on the dictionary, they just click on a word and it will bring up a dictionary for them. And they can do text to speech. So, so they can choose their voice that they want to use. But if they scroll through this list, there will be other languages that it can speak to them as well. And I believe there's um, Spanish, English, and French built into the student side that it can speak to them. And they have a play and stop button. So when the student is all done, they click turn in the top right hand corner. They can just click save now and come back to this assignment later and it will remember where they left off. But if they are going to turn it in to you, to the teacher, they would just click turn in at the very top, turn in again, and then it'll bring them back to Schoology where they'll click turn in, or they'll click, it'll bring them back to Schoology where they'll click submit button. And that's how they submit it to you as a teacher. All right, as a teacher, to grade what the student has done, if we click on Cami, you can see the student's submission. You just click on it, and you're going to be brought into the Schoology grading document viewer. So this is going to look a little different for you as a teacher for grading it. So this is the standard document viewer that Schoology has for grading for teachers. In the top right, if you did have it for grading, you would be able to type in the points here in the top right. You have some annotation tools built into the Schoology document viewer as well, um, that you'll have. So you will have where you can select the text. So you can highlight text as well. You can add comments. You can click anywhere to type in your own comment. You can annotate. You have a draw tool that you can circle things and draw arrows. Um, you also have a place right here on the right hand side where you can type in your own feedback and the student will be able to see it. And you would be able to record audio and video with this tool for any feedback you want to give to. So then you can post that and just close out of it. So that's the way you can grade it as the teacher. The student, to see all that feedback, they click on the assignment. They can click to see what they had submitted, and they're going to be brought into that document viewer. And they can see any of the feedback, any of the comments that the teacher has done, any of the feedback. They can read that. So it might be asking them to do a revision, to resubmit. So how does that work for a student? All they do is click the same assignment button to do a resubmission or to fix something, to resubmit. So maybe they had to do uh, a certain shading you were asking them to do. So we'll just shade this to do something different. And maybe we'll add a comment to kind of explain what we were doing. So in this box, this is the reason why I decided to shade this particular shape purple. So they could have that. Again, they do need to go to the whole steps, turn it in, And it brings them back to Schoology to do their submit. And they submit it. It's going to come in as revision 2. So let's see what that looks like on the teacher side now to see a resubmission. All right, for the teacher, they can always click on the assignment. They can see the student, and they'll be able to see different submissions that the student did. And how the teacher does that is up here in the top left. So the teacher can click revision 1 to see it, which did not have the purple shaded shape, and revision 2, which did. But you'll notice that you're not getting that voice comment. That doesn't come through the Schoology document viewer. Um, so some things that the students are doing in their assignment might not come through in your grading viewer here. So let me show you a pro tip of behind the scenes where these assignments are actually being stored. So in the Google Drive, the students' assignments are actually behind the scenes being put into the shared with me folder that you have here in Google Drive. So you click shared with me, and then you'll see a list of all the student submissions. And there's not a way to really organize it in this place, but this is just where they're housed behind the scenes. And you kind of find the student's name and the assignment name right here. And if you double click on it to open it up, you're going to kind of see it in still Google's PDF viewer. But if you click open with at the top and choose Kami, then you're going to be able to open this up in Kami, and then you can see everything the student has entered. Any voice comments, any of the feedback comments that they typed, or their videos or voice. So some of those comments will come through in every annotation. You may also use those tools on here as well. And then just remember, click turn it in. Just click save now to save your part onto that document. And then you can close that out. Now, understand that the only way a student would ever see those annotations you did on the Kami side, kind of the behind the scenes in your Google Drive, is the student would have to click this open assignment Kami to see their Kami assignment itself to see what those feedback are that you did with Kami itself. So it's kind of behind the scenes. It's not really the workflow. How this all works is you see the student uses this to turn it in. You as a teacher click on the student's name to grade it. So that's kind of the workflow Schoology has. But behind the scenes, it is there in your Google Drive in the shared drive that you can find the student's assignment, open it up. Kind of works with some of those Kami tools, especially if you want to hear their voice. If you did ask them to record their student voice within the document, that would be the way for you to hear that. All right, the next thing I want to show you is the split and merge feature, which is pretty neat. So this can be done as long as you're on the Chrome web browser. You don't have to be in Schoology. Just in the top right hand corner, click on the K extension for Kami. Then you click split and merge. And you click add files here if they're on your hard drive, or click the Google Drive button right here to grab them from your Google Drive. I'll click add files. And let's say I wanted this document right here. Let's say I want this document right here. I'm going to open it and I click next. So pretty much this shows you the full document up here. Maybe I only want pages um, 3 through 4 right here. So all I have to do is hold down my left mouse button and drag it down to the second row. All right, there's page 3. I want page 4 now. Just drag it down. And it's going to make a new file name here. I can title this, give it a new file name, and click export to save this. So this is pretty neat. You can take a big, long PDF document, just drag the pages that you want, make a new file. It won't change the original, but you're going to name a new file and export it. And I'm going to save it to my downloads. And then I'm going to click download file right here, and it will be downloaded. So then I could go and make a Kami assignment out of it, just in Schoology, just like we saw, add materials, add assignment, use my Kami button right here, choose that document. It's on my downloads on my own device. So I click right here, select the file, and I called it lesson 4. There it is. And I open it. And here it is. It's going to make a Kami assignment out of it. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. And then you just fill in the rest of your details and click create. The other feature with the split and merge is to merge. So if we go back to that Kami extension in Chrome, click split and merge, you can add as many files as you want. So we click add files, and you can click on as many files as you would like. So say I'll click on this file, and if I hold down my control key on my keyboard, I can select another file. So say I want this one right here, and I click open, and it's going to show me all the files I selected. If I click next, it's going to show them all together. If I go to merge mode at the top and export, it's going to bring them all together as one document. But if I go to split mode, I can actually drag them in different order of the pages if I want. Or I can make a new document just like we saw with the split, just drag down different pages that we want from the different documents here. It's a good idea to give it a new name and then click export. And it's the same process. You can download or save to your Google Drive and download the file. The next thing I want to show you, we do have that distance learning resource group. So if you go groups, distance learning resources, if you click resources here, and then you click your grade level folders, and you click your subject area, and you click your grade level again, you'll see that you'll have different PDFs, different documents that might have been shared with you in these distance learning resource folders. So let's say in here, and I go module 6. So all of these, you can click on them as a teacher to review them, and they'll pop up in this nice little preview. If you click on it, if it's a document you want to assign in Schoology as a Kami assignment, you as a teacher just download it. And then remember, you can do your split and merge first to kind of split that document that you just downloaded, or go to courses, go to your classroom, and then create the Kami assignment out of what you just downloaded. Just click add assignment, click Kami, and it'll be in your downloads folder on your device. And this one was called Grade 3 Mission 6. So I'll go find that, select it from my device. Grade 3 Mission 6, there it is. Again, if it's a really long document, you might want to do that split feature that we just saw before you make an assignment in here. Because Kami is the extension in your Chrome web browser for PDFs, it's also your PDF viewer when you click on PDFs when you're on the internet. So PDFs will just load up in Kami for you as a teacher, and you have the same tools to annotate on them. You can type on them, mark them up, put comments in them. If you do that and you just want to keep it, you just click the save button and it's going to save in your Google Drive for you. But you can also share it out. So if you click this share document, and you'll might ask you to upload it to your Google Drive, just where it saves it behind the scenes, and it'll give you an option to share a link to this document. So just kind of look at your settings. If you're wanting the students to also annotate on top of your same document, you can turn those settings off. Uh, then they can just view your annotations, your voice comments or audio comments, video comments on it. Or if you do have annotation on, then it's a collaborative document. Everyone can be in it at the same time annotating. So you might want to look at those settings depending on how you want to share it. And then there's the share web link right here. So I just click copy right here. And then in Schoology course, you just click add materials, click add file or link, click link, and right here you can paste the link that you just got from Kami. So you paste in the link, give it a title, and then it's a good idea to check this little document off, make sure it's off, and click add. And then when students click on it, it's going to load up your document that you had annotations on for them to see. Another really cool feature that you have in Kami is if you just click on the Kami extension, then you have where you can do a new blank page, and you can choose what that page is. It can be the line pages, it can be grid page, or it can even be a music sheet that you have. And so you can click add, and you may use all your tools to annotate on that as well, which is pretty neat. A student can do that, a teacher can do that by just clicking the Kami extension and getting one of those pages to share anytime you're in a PDF in Kami, if it's an assignment or you're looking at a PDF. If you just scroll to the very bottom of that PDF, you also have a plus sign. Students have this, teachers have this, and that's the same feature that you can also add one of those pages that we saw. And then you can choose the line, the grid, or music paper, and it will add it to that same PDF document that you're already working on. And it adds it as the last page on that same document you're already working on or the assignment. So this video was looking at a lot of the areas that a teacher can use Kami within Schoology. Thank you.